Hey everyone, today's video is basically just me talking. I'm not going anywhere because I've had a bit of a migraine all day today. So I thought what I would do, since you guys had mentioned it, I thought that I would tell you a couple more stories about Rinpoche. These time stories which relate to the paranormal, of course. So a few years ago, we were looking for a retreat house for Rinpoche. So we were going around, different places in the highlands of Malaysia looking for houses. And then we happened upon one house, one pretty sizable house that we went in to see. It was a viewing. And when we got to the bottom of the house was actually set against a hill. So when we got to the bottom of the house, which was at the bottom of the hill, Rinpoche was standing there talking, and Rinpoche asked us whether we felt a presence of anything nearby. Those of us who were sensitive, they said, yeah, they feel something, they can see something or whatever, but they can't quite make up what it is. And then Rinpoche said, actually there is a very, very old land god or land deity residing in the area, and he's quite powerful. And Rinpoche said that, Rinpoche asked us whether we believed anything there was there, and we were like, well, yeah, of course we believe it because it's Rinpoche who's saying it. And Rinpoche said that for those of us who are not sensitive, Rinpoche would ask the land god to show us a sign. So then Rinpoche said, if you're here, show me a sign. Show everyone here a sign that you are present here. So Rinpoche was addressing the land god. And then just as Rinpoche finished saying that, Rinpoche's glasses, they fogged up upwards simultaneously. So it's like when you are in a warm car and then you step out into a cold environment outside, or when you are in a cold building and then you step out into a warm outside. You know how your glasses like kind of fog up immediately? This was exactly the same thing as that. Rinpoche's glasses fogged up simultaneously at the same level. It went up and then it stayed that way. It stayed fogged up, and all of us were like complete shock because we had never seen, or many of us had never seen something like that happen on cue. Rinpoche said, okay, now that's enough, you can go. As Rinpoche said that, Rinpoche's glasses unfogged, defogged simultaneously, went down at the same rate. It was a very controlled fogging up and then defogging. It wasn't like Rinpoche had like breathe like, to make it go up. On top of that, when Rinpoche said, show me a sign, the glasses stayed fogged. They didn't like kind of warm up, and like the temperature didn't like equalize after a bit and then it like defogged. They stayed fogged up until Rinpoche said, okay, it's fine, you show me a sign and now you can go. And then that's when the glasses defogged. That was quite incredible to see, because for those of us who don't have the ability to see such unseen beings, these individuals, to see such tangible, immediate and controlled evidence of another presence there, was really, really something that I will never forget. And then another story. So many years ago, 7-8 years ago, something like that, Rinpoche's attendant, myself and someone else were traveling around Malaysia, and we stopped off at Ipoh one night. Out of the blue, Rinpoche just decided to stop in Ipoh. For whatever reason, it just so happened that it was the 31st of December, so it was actually New Year's Eve. So we were in Rinpoche's room, just talking and like hanging out, talking about old times and like reminiscing and stuff like that. Just joking, watching videos and eating, and just basically relaxing with Rinpoche. And then we started hearing sounds from the room upstairs, and it sounded like furniture was being dragged. So when you have a carpeted floor and then you have a heavy chair and then you drag the chair on the carpeted floor, and then you hear this like dragging sound. It sounded exactly like that. The thing was that when we started hearing these sounds, it was at around 10 p.m. So it was pretty late already, so there wasn't really any reason for why people would be dragging chairs around at this time unless we're having a party. The dragging just kept happening. It was going on again and again, and it went on for a good half an hour. At first we were like, okay, it's fine. Maybe someone's doing work upstairs and so they need to do that. But it just kept going on and on and on. I was a little annoyed, so I called up reception and I asked reception, hey, can you please ask the guests upstairs to stop moving their furniture around, because we can hear it from our room downstairs and it's quite disturbing, and it's already getting late. It's like 10:30 already. They were like, oh, there's no room upstairs. It's a banquet hall. Your room is actually the top floor. Like the space above you is actually like a banquet hall or a ballroom. There's no one staying there. And we're like, oh, okay, well, if that's the case, can you please ask the workers who are upstairs in the banquet hall to stop work, because it's 10:30 and it's kind of inconvenient for guests to hear workers moving heavy furniture around at 10:30. Receptionist was like, there's no one working upstairs. I was like, oh, and there was this look on my face, and then Rinpoche was like, tell the workers to stop working. It's quite late already. It's going to disturb the other guests on this floor. I was like, miss, hold on a second. like covered the mouthpiece of the phone, and I was like, Rinpoche, there's no one upstairs. And then Rinpoche was like, what do you mean there's no one upstairs? And I said, well, the reception says that there's no room upstairs, so it's not a guest dragging furniture around. She says it's actually a ballroom upstairs. There's no one upstairs working. Then Rinpoche said, oh, okay then, tell her never mind. I'll just tell her bye and you can hang up. And I was like, oh, okay. Hi, miss, don't worry about it. It's okay. I'm sure the noises will stop sooner or later. And then I hung up. Every night at 10 p.m. every night for the next 4 nights that we were there was dragging on cue at 10 p.m. It would go on for about half an hour. At about 10:30 or like 10:45ish, it would stop. Complete silence. It was so clear. Okay, wait. I'll see if I can recreate the sound for you. It sounded exactly like that. Every single night for 4 nights on cue at 10 p.m. The receptionist was very clear that there was no bedroom upstairs, so there was no guest upstairs, and she was very, very clear that there was no banquet going on upstairs, there were no workers upstairs preparing for an event or whatever. It was actually just an empty hall. That is another experience that I've had with Rinpoche with regards to the paranormal. Did Rinpoche explain what was going on upstairs? No, Rinpoche never said anything. The only thing that Rinpoche did mention about the whole incident was that, Rinpoche feels pity and feels sorry for whoever's making the sounds upstairs. They've taken a rebirth where they are trapped into reenacting the same scene over and over and over again until the karma for being in that existence extinguishes. Until they have run out of karma to keep dragging the chair every night at 10 p.m, they will be doing that over and over and over again until the end of their lifetime. And Rinpoche said that he felt really, really sorry for whoever was up there. Rinpoche actually did do prayers to bless the being, or to bless, whoever, whatever was upstairs. The one other thing that Rinpoche did say about the being upstairs was that is the result of having very, very strong attachment to things. So when we have very, very strong attachment to things, we can take rebirth in a future life, continuing on with our attachment to that item. For example, if we're very attached to our motorbike in our current lifetime, in a future lifetime we can come back as a spirit and then be a spirit that constantly hangs around that motorbike. Rinpoche said that it's good for us now in this present lifetime to try to reduce as many attachments as possible, because we don't want to have those attachments accompanying us into our future lifetimes. If you think about it, it's a lot of suffering, because let's say, for example, let's use the motorbike as an example again. Let's say we're extremely attached to our motorbikes in this lifetime, and then we come back in a future lifetime still attached to the same motorbike. But the thing is, because we're no longer human and we come back as a spirit, we don't have the physical ability or capacity to continue riding the motorbike, and that's suffering. You can see the motorbike, but you can't do anything in relations to it. Or maybe you come back as a dog to the new owner of the motorbike, and this dog somehow loves the motorbike, always hangs around the motorbike, pees on the motorbike to show affection or whatever, or licks it, but the dog doesn't have the physical capacity to be able to do anything else with the motorbike. And so there's the attachment but not the ability to enact or to react or to do anything or perform any action in relation to the motorbike. That's a very, very rudimentary, simple example of how strong attachment in this lifetime can be carried forward into our future lifetimes and then cause us suffering then. So I hope you guys enjoyed those 2 paranormal stories in relation to Rinpoche, the land god fogging and then defogging the glasses. By the way, in case any of you think that it was just my imagination, there were like 20 people there at the time and all 20 people saw the exact same thing. It was not mass hysteria, so please don't say that. Okay, we were not all mass hallucinating. All 20 of us saw very, very clearly Rinpoche's glasses fog up, in control, and then defog, completely in control. So yeah, 2 stories, fogging, defogging of glasses, and dragging of chairs in a hotel room above Rinpoche's room in Ipoh. Hope you guys enjoyed those stories. Sorry today's video isn't more exciting. I didn't go anywhere, I didn't walk anywhere. I actually did get on a video call with a friend who lives in London, so I will be editing that for the rest of today. And then in addition to editing the video, which will come out soon, I will also be doing equipment prep for Wesak Day, which is happening on the 7th of May. So guys, if you haven't made your offerings, if you haven't organized and arranged your offerings, please do so ASAP so that they can be offered on your behalf on Wesak Day, which celebrates and commemorates the Buddha's birth, enlightenment and parinirvana. Please do that if you haven't already done so. It should be fun, right? Live streaming this year, Wesak Day. And then one last thing, as of Monday, which would make it the 4th of May, these videos will no longer be daily. They will only be released on Tuesdays and on Fridays at 12 p.m. So you guys have something to watch while you're having your lunch. So they will no longer be released daily. Don't be surprised on Monday if you don't see a video coming out, because that will be us moving forwards. So Tuesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. Malaysian time, GMT +8. Oh yeah! The movement control order restrictions are loosening apparently from May the 4th onwards. Guys, please don't go overboard. Please continue to stay safe. Please continue to take every precaution necessary to keep yourself healthy, to keep your loved ones healthy, and to keep your loved ones safe and protected. Please don't go overboard. I know that it's been like 50 over days since we've been in lockdown. The fact that we might potentially go overboard and then undo all of the work that we've done over the last 50 days. Let's not go down that path, all right? Let's try to maintain our social distancing and maintain whatever precautions we have taken in order to keep ourselves and to keep other people safe. Yay! It looks like there's a light at the end of the tunnel and we're finally at the end of the tunnel, but let's move forward, let's progress forwards with a little wisdom. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, to share the video, to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and to like and follow the Facebook page. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below for me and I'll get to them as soon as possible. And if you have any ideas for content, suggestions, please shoot them my way. I'll be very happy to go through them and to try and make them happen for you. Like I told you guys before, these videos are being done for you. So I want to know what you guys want to see. Alright, so thank you guys again and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.